Hi, so I wanted to talk about trauma. Trauma is something that our body holds, and even before, there were doctors and scientists and, psychologists, people knew this in a spiritual sense as well. And there were exercises that were done, where you would, apart from the spirit, the spiritual sort of side, where they'll teach you to meditate, teach you to focus on your breathing, cleanse your aura. Apart from that, there were things like tapping exercises. So say there's trauma and it's giving me anxiety and I'm holding it up here, there's tapping exercises where I would tap my chest to sort of get it moving. This is why people say, when you're going through like trauma, start doing things like yoga, start exercising. The reason we do that is because it creates movement within our body. And when we create movement within our body, what starts to happen is our chi starts to shift. Okay, so where there are blocks within our body, those blocks start to release themselves, because what we're doing is we're creating more movement. Usually when somebody has been through some form of trauma or something like that, what they want to do is they want to hide away, and they want to just they don't want to be active. They don't want to have routine. They're kind of like feeling really bad about what's going on in their life, what had happened, and they're not being able to shift, or they start to suppress something. Now, this is where trauma is created, because there is suppression. And this is exactly why in spiritual senses there are many ways of releasing that. Breathing is a great way of doing that, but some people want to be a little bit more practical with it. And the practicality, like tapping, exercises, moving, yoga, that sort of thing, is absolutely great. And some people would say, why is the practical aspect, so important? Because like I said, it starts to become trapped in the body. So when we talk about something, we are releasing it in a sense of trying to release the memory of it. But then our body holds memory as well, and our body needs movement, and this is where we start to manifest things like illnesses. So it's really, really important to, release trauma in a physical way as well as in a mental way. And that could just start with breathing exercises. Thank you. Bye.